Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make videos about business, lifestyle, and entrepreneurship related content. So before I start this video off, I wanted to ask you guys, have you been selling your artwork on Redbubble for a while now with little to no sales to show for it? Well, don't worry, we've all been there, including myself. So in today's video, I'll be sharing my top tips for how to get your artwork in front of a bigger audience by becoming a featured artist. You might wonder how I'm qualified to give you guys advice for becoming a featured artist on a site like Redbubble, but a little fun fact, if you didn't already know, I'm actually a featured artist on there myself. So I'm actually not sure when exactly I became a featured artist because I only noticed it a couple of months ago on my shop profile because they did a revamp of how your shop looks, and now you get that badge on your profile if you're a featured artist. So I'm not sure exactly how long I've been one, but I have been one for a little while, and I've also had work that's been featured on the home page before I became a featured artist. So all of these tips that I'm going to share with you today can help you achieve those things yourself. So based on my own experiences and some research I've done on Redbubble, I've come up with a few things to keep in mind if you want that featured artist badge on your profile one day. If you want to stay up to date with all of my Redbubble and print on demand tips and strategies, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment below what you want to see next, anything that you might be interested in, and I'll try to make a video on it. I actually got this video idea from the comments, so definitely feel free to leave any questions you have down below. And sometimes it's a big enough topic that I can actually make a video on it. But now that I got that out of the way, let's get into how you can increase your chances of becoming a featured artist on Redbubble. Before I get into my tips, I wanted to do a quick on-screen overview and analysis of some of the most popular accounts on Redbubble and some other featured artists. I thought it'd be good to do this so that you can see their profiles, their artwork, and just see what they're doing a little different than other accounts. So let's get into that now. So on the home page, you'll see an artist to follow section, and then you'll also see this on the mobile app as well. So these are the featured artists, and I'm just scrolling through to show you how many there are. So I selected Lou Creations to show you their profile. They actually joined in January 2020, so that shows that you can become a featured artist pretty quickly as long as you have good designs and some of the other things that I'll mention in this video. So their stuff is pretty cool. It's very unique. You can tell that they put a lot of effort into this and that it's their own style and that there's kind of a consistent theme for all of their artwork. So then you're likely to like other things on their shop and hopefully order more. Now, if we just go to view artist profile, you can see a few things about themselves there. So they have their bio filled out, they have their social media linked, they have Bubble Mail set up, which is that message button in the top right corner. So now just going back, you can see it's pretty cool. The image in the back is dynamic, so it changes every time you go on that screen, which I actually did not know until now. So next we'll go into Christina Steller's account, and once again you can see that there's a consistent theme across all of her artwork, so most of these profiles have this in common. And same thing, completely filled out profile with the addition of the social media and the Bubble Mail. Now going into another one just to show you that there's so many different types of artwork that are so popular, so it really doesn't matter necessarily what you do as long as you kind of stay consistent with the theme of your store and upload high quality artwork. And now finally, here's another one, which I've actually seen this girl a lot on the homepage. I just wanted to show you that she has a consistent base of products, including the newer products like the masks. So clearly she's staying on top of that like you should if you want to become a featured artist. So yeah, her work is really cool. I really like her designs, and here is her profile. So I noticed that for some of them it doesn't say featured artist as an achievement. So I'm not sure exactly how you get that badge, which I can double check in the future, but either way those artists are getting featured on the front page, and that's the only place I've seen that features artists. So now that we've looked at these different profiles and seen some things they have in common, let's get into the tips. So tip number one is to sell original artwork. As you saw from all of those featured artists, including myself, we all have original artwork that we've either created or photography that we've taken or graphic design that we've made, and it is not images that we've taken off the internet. A lot of people in the comments have asked me if they can use stock images online and slightly alter them and then upload them to Redbubble, and personally I wouldn't recommend this. Redbubble is more likely to pick up your work and your profile if you're putting out original artwork that is different than what's online and things that people haven't seen before. I know it can take a little more work to get original artwork on there, but it's definitely worth the effort because it heightens your chances of becoming not only a featured artist, but also a successful Redbubble artist that actually sells a lot of work. When you think of it, people come to these sites to find original artwork by actual artists. So if you're just uploading things you found online, people can see through that. And I feel like they'd rather support someone that's producing unique work as opposed to someone that's just ripping off someone else's work and maybe slightly changing it. So this doesn't mean that you have to come up with completely unique ideas for your artwork. Obviously, there's only so much you can do that makes something completely unique these days. So it's okay to follow trends. It's okay to be inspired by other people's artwork, but put your own spin on it. And I think people will really appreciate that and want to support someone that's doing their own thing. So my second tip for you guys is to have an active presence on Redbubble. So this is a point that I saw across many Redbubble articles of how to become successful on Redbubble, how to become featured on Redbubble, how to increase your sales on Redbubble. Pretty much in any article that you go on Redbubble's website, this is one of the key things they tell you to do. So obviously if they're telling you to do it, then there's clearly some reasoning behind it. There's lots of ways to keep an active presence on a website. So I'm just gonna list some of the ones that I thought were the easiest and the ones that would be most effective for your time spent on them. So the first is to add all of your socials. So if you want to take this seriously and actually make sales, it would be great to start social accounts for your shop. So initially when I started, I did make an Instagram account for all of my artwork and promoted it on there. I'm actually not sure if it led to too many sales. I didn't have Google Analytics or anything installed on it, but I think it definitely helped at least get some traffic to my site, and if nothing else, some engagement as well. Especially if you plan to make this more of a full-time thing as opposed to a hobby, it's important, just like any other business, to be available on all platforms so that people can find you different ways and that you have kind of a community built around your brand. And make sure if you're gonna add your socials, be active on them. So it's kind of annoying when you go on a company's profile and then you click on their socials and you see they haven't updated their account in like 2 years. Keep that in mind, because if people are following you all the way to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, that means they're actually interested in what you have to say or what you have to post. So have something there for them. The second tip in this category is to be consistent with your uploading. This was another tip that was all over Redbubble's website, and it's pretty obvious why. Redbubble wants to promote people that are constantly putting out new work, so if you're one of those people, then you have more chances of being promoted and you have more chances of uploading a winning piece of artwork that will blow up. They don't want to be promoting an account, let alone feature an account, if they're gonna fall off the face of Redbubble, so just keep that in mind. If you're being consistent with your work, then they have more reason to make you a featured artist. And lastly, don't forget to engage on other people's posts. This not only shows Redbubble that you're active in the community and are more likely to use their site for all of its functions, but it also helps you get your brand out there so other people can see your work, and then you can build a following that way. So my third and final tip is to join Facebook groups. When I first started out on Redbubble and all the other print-on-demand sites I'm on, like Society6, I joined all of the Facebook groups I could find related to all of those websites. This was a while ago, so I'm sure even more Facebook groups have popped up for these websites. While I'm not as active on these groups anymore, I think that they're amazing for people that are just starting out on these sites or for people that aren't quite where they want to be with their shops. These groups are essentially a community for people that have the same goals as yourself, so it's great to join them right at the start, and I'll get into a few reasons why they can be helpful for you. So first and foremost, they are a great way to promote your artwork and shop for free. These groups can have thousands to hundreds of members in them, so it's a great way to get your artwork in front of a huge audience right off the bat. It can also help you get engagement on your posts, so whether that's likes or followers on your shop, if that's what you're looking for at the beginning. For me personally, in the beginning, this was pretty much the only way I was getting likes on my artwork, so it definitely helped speed up the pace of my artwork success. I think it's pretty common practice for people to ask for engagement in these groups, so they just specify whatever they want, whether that's likes or followers, and then obviously you're probably expected to return the favor, but it's definitely worth it to put a little bit of that time into something like that, because it's a perfect way for people that are just starting out to get some likes. Although it sounds kind of like a sub for sub group, I don't think it's really the same concept, because everyone in this community is an artist themselves, and I think they really do respect everyone else's work. There's a lot of positive feedback that happens in the group and just a lot of genuine engagement. So finally, Facebook groups are great for building a community of like-minded individuals like yourself. It's somewhere where you can always go with any questions you have, any milestones you've reached, or any answers or advice you have for others. I feel like it can really help motivate you to continue selling on Redbubble or any other print-on-demand sites, and just connect with others who have kind of been there and done that. So those are my top 3 tips for getting on the road to becoming a Redbubble featured artist. I just wanted to say that it can definitely take a while to get to this point and for your artwork to take off, but just like anything else, with consistency, you will eventually see results, and just commit to the process. Keep trying new things, keep trying new strategies, try uploading new art, things that you wouldn't normally upload, see what sticks, and don't give up, because it took a while for me to get consistent enough sales where I could consider this like a part-time job. So speaking of not giving up, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you liked this video. I actually noticed in my analytics the other day that over 80% of you guys that watch my videos aren't actually subscribers, so I won't give up on my hopes in trying to convert you guys to subscribers. I promise I'll have lots more Redbubble, print on demand, and entrepreneurship videos coming your way soon. But that's officially all I have for today, so thanks for watching again, thanks for the support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!